There has been these tensions between Kyiv and Berlin. Kyiv wants Germany to send more heavier weapons more quickly, and Germany, of course, has been hesitant to do that. Germany had this decades-old policy of not sending weapons to active war zones.
Some of these protesters are carrying Russian flags and signs that say they want peace with Russia. So with the war in Ukraine, Germans have been very much divided about how their government is responding. So there's all this international pressure on Germany to send weapons and to send these Leopard 2 tanks to Ukraine. But half of Germans don't want that. They want their country not to be involved. And this is really reflected here among these protesters.
The senior official that has been arrested is Eva Kaili, and she is a vice president of the EU Parliament, so a very senior official. And so, as I said, that hasn't been confirmed by Belgian police, but what I can tell you is just in the last couple of hours here, we had a German member of the parliament come out and call for her resignation by name.
Fresh clashes on one of Europe's oldest fault lines. Dozens of NATO troops and demonstrators were injured yesterday in northern Kosovo. And today NATO says it is sending in reinforcements.
The idea of bringing back men who allegedly went to fight for ISIS is, of course, not a popular one politically and not popular with a lot of Canadians. But now there is this court order that they have to do it. And I think in some ways that will actually remove some of the pressure.
So what exactly is known about what happened?
Well, actually, Judy, a lot is still not known about what happened today. The initial report said that this was some sort of a fireworks cache that was being held in the port that caught fire. But I can tell you where I am now, and I'm very close to my own apartment. We're miles from the blast site. And even here, you can see we have almost no electricity.
And the circumference of damage, it looks huge. Do you have a sense of that?
Those top floors there, the windows are blown out, and I can see the curtains flapping in the wind. That's how powerful this blast was, Andrew. Every window almost in my apartment is smashed. Windows and doors from the balcony were basically picked up and chucked across my living room. And that's kilometers away from the blast site. So that gives you an idea of the intensity.
Against her will, this woman is being carried from her home. Rescue workers are worried the building could collapse, but Rose Salim Ulam doesn't want to leave. God is above protecting me, she says. But like so many here, she has no faith in her government to help.
There are thousands of people in the streets of Beirut here helping with this massive cleanup operation. One of them has just handed me this piece of paper. It says this is the last day they're going to be cleaning the streets of Beirut. Tomorrow, they're going to start cleaning the country of corrupt politicians.
We just heard what we think is live fire ring out from downtown. And I just want to show you, there's a lot of people here. About an hour and a half ago, we saw most of these people heading toward downtown. After this gunfire, we're seeing a lot of people actually leave, even as they went to this referendum, which seems to have sparked all this conflict. Now, John, the Kurds were saying to you, Kurds on the street would say to you, yeah, but the U.S. will support us. Despite the fact the U.S. had been clear, they did not want the Kurds to have this referendum. They urged the Kurdish leadership not to, and they were worried about something just like this, John. These guys are all kind of voluntary service, most of them just with Kalashnikovs and pickup trucks, some of them driving Mercedes, some of them driving their cars, and essentially talking about what you just said, that there was a fight, but there was very little fight for Kirkuk this morning, and now they're quite angry with the leadership, their Kurdish leadership, and they want to go back in and fight the army. The people here very much believe that Jerusalem is a Palestinian city and it should be the future capital of the Palestinian state. And of course, that is not what Trump has said now. So a lot of anger here on the streets, and we'll see how much longer this protest continues, considering this barrage of tear gas now, John.
Rebecca, you're portraying a dramatic picture of what's going on there. Be safe. Rebecca Collard reporting for us from Beirut.